What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. This is I would rack this up with a classic instant regret slash vile human being moment of the day. And you might be surprised that it's coming from a leftist. Make sure you leave a like on this video. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe or follow down below. Something definitely is going on with my channel that I really can't figure out right now. But all I can do is hope and pray that you're going to continue to see my videos and click on them. Even look, there are some memes going around, God smiting LA. And you're allowed to enjoy them. You're allowed to laugh. Even I kind of got sucked into it a little bit this morning. And you guys checked me on X when I made kind of like, oh, some of the worst people on the planet's houses are burning down. But, like, you guys checked me, and within, 30 seconds, I was like, you know what, you're right. That's not, it's not, okay or weird. Or, I mean, it is weird. People should have some sympathy, even if they don't deserve it in some cases and things like that. And this professor from Mizzou, of course, remember the place of the BLM get-together a few years ago? Celebrated James Woods' house burning down. Not anybody else, just James Woods in a vile tweet of which they instantly regretted and now has been brought to their bosses at the university, and you just hate to see it. Now, that type of person I have no sympathy for. But I want to share a little bit of what James Wood had to say. Now, a lot of people, now here's the thing. Most of these people who are super rich are fine. They're probably overinsured. They probably have plenty of money. They can rebuild. For a lot of them, this isn't even their only house. The real tragedy lies in all of the people who just don't have the money to rebuild. It is eerily similar to the Maui fires, in my opinion, where you have this, situation where a large group of people are displaced, and it leaves you to wonder, now just a bunch of rich people. I read a story about a family who just had their fire insurance dropped a few days ago, and then their house burned down. So they have nothing now. They've lost everything. Here's James Woods on CNN.
I can't walk. I'm 77 years old, man. I can't walk up these hills. It's like Mount Everest there. It's pretty steep. So, it's just you. I posted this on X, but Sarah was on with her 8-year-old niece last night. And she came out. I'm sorry. Just, one day you're swimming in the pool and the next day it's all gone. But she came out with her little Yeti piggy bank for us to rebuild our house.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. James Woods, we all hope that you will be able to rebuild your house, maybe starting with that little Yeti piggy bank. And we're just glad that you're okay and your wife is okay.
I'm sorry.
You have your lives.
And like this kind of stuff, he's a multimillionaire and then some. Stop feeling bad for people who have more than 5,000 average Americans' families. I mean, he earned that, And you see this. One of the major insurance companies canceled all the policies in his neighborhood just 4 months ago. Looks like people panicking and end up blocking roads, wrecking cars, stacking up abandoned. Doesn't look good for people who live there. I'm wondering if insurance companies will treat them better than those that got flooded out, lost their homes in the East, U.S. and Appalachia. Show more. That's show more in the tweet. So the insurance companies had recently just canceled a bunch of these people, tweeting this stuff. Here you have Karen Piper, though. Karen Piper. James Woods' house is burning down. It's karma calling. And again, I made a regrettable joke about Hollywood Peds and, adjusted it. But this individual is just saying, basically, because James Woods is a conservative, I'm celebrating him burn his house down. Some of the replies he made, by the way, this tweet got 4,800 likes. Not great, but it also did get ratioed into oblivion. Excuse me. Gunther Eaglin writes, Karen is a perfect example of what a POS is. The Foo writes, and what's really gross about this post is you think you're the good guy. I mean, there is a lot. Let's go to Piper K's page here. I mean, the fires are absolutely terrible. Several people have lost their lives. Lots of people have been injured. Thousands of structures have been destroyed. All the fire alarms are going off at once remotely. It tests your soul, losing everything at once. He shared some video that's pretty harrowing. Here's his porch and deck.
You're looking good. Your house is not on fire, but it's... I'm here in case some embers land on it. I hope all your windows are closed.
Now, I don't know who's recording this, but he's got people there who are trying to, save it. I'm assuming that they were unable to hold it off. Look at these fires. This is absolutely bonkers. Now, LA has made a series of decisions over the years. Here's Karen Piper. James Wood's house is burning down. It's karma calling. Hey, Mizzou, are you okay with one of your faculty members tweeting this about James Wood? I guarantee you, Representative Josh Hawley isn't. You see, did anyone ask her about her neighbors, about his neighbors? I'm sure not all of them have his political outlook. Some people think her political outlook is a karma for them too. When is Mizzou going to stop being such a cesspool of woke hate and aggressive behavior? Don't the people of Missouri deserve better? Absolutely unacceptable. Perhaps Piper K should worry about the karma she knows so much about. I mean, this person is probably going to lose her job. Now, I don't care, but free speech is still a thing. Now they're trying to pretend they care about the fire. Pacific Palisades this morning writing, this is insane, just 10 minutes ago. Let's see how the replies are going. You were cheering this on and then deleted your post. We've got you surrounded, Karen. You will delete your account. What is this, you loser? Wasn't this you? James Wood's house is burning down. This you. Just getting absolutely demolished. Absolutely demolished for these replies. So here are saying, feel free to email Mizzou. They have social media guidelines. This person is probably getting fired. Is likely to be fired. By the way, the DEI hire, the mayor is on vacation, and they have a DEI hire as head of the fire department right now.
They said, we have no water. I said, do you have a drought? No, we don't have a drought.
This is Trump talking about this on the Joe Rogan podcast about the fires there. He also talked about these fires way back in 2019. He talked about how California doesn't take care of it. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, has done a terrible job of forest management. I told him from the first day we met that he must clean his forest floors regardless of what his bosses and environmentalists demand of him. Must also do burns and cut fire stoppers. Every year, fires rage, California burns. The federal government gives them all sorts of money for help. No more. Get your act together, governor. I mean, here's the other thing. A lot of these people are like woke weirdos starting these fires. A lot of these fires in California are started by arsonists.
They said, we have no water. I said, do you have a drought? No, we don't have a drought. I said, why don't you have no water? Because the water isn't allowed to flow down. It's got a natural flow from Canada all the way up north. Water, more water than they could ever use. And in order to protect a tiny little fish, the water up north gets routed into the Pacific Ocean. Millions and millions of gallons of water gets poured. I could have water for all of that land, water for your forests. Your forests are dry as a bone.
Yeah.
Okay?
Dangerous.
That water could be routed. You could have everything. Oh, not only dangerous, billions of dollars a year they spend on forest fires. And, there's a case with the environment. They're not allowed to rake their forests because you're not allowed to touch it.
Now, again, you have the forest fire stuff, which is real. But then you have people like this who looks like Antifa, perhaps, starting fires. Here, a homeless person is starting a bunch of fires in California, claiming that they're doing a good thing. Just listen to that wind ripping. Is this Antifa? We're Democrats. We don't do accountability. We just waste billions of taxpayer dollars. I mean, all of them. I mean, this is the person who's lighting fires. She told me she's doing a great thing. Colton jurisdiction. I mean, you have people out there lighting fires, making this happen. I mean, were they started by some woke idiot? They're probably not even homeless. Trump's been calling this out for 6 years. James Woods, Eugene Levy, among people who lost their houses. Obviously, I'm more concerned about the regular everyday people there. You know, it's hard for me to squirt a tear for Ben Affleck, but it is sad for the regular folks out there, the people who actually, can't afford to just immediately go to their other home in their other city or whatever the case may be. Yeah, memories are real. And losing these people. What is this person saying? Oh, they deleted it in real time. Yeah, we need less Karen Pipers. We need more empathy. I need to be better too. This professor is in for a rude awakening, almost assuredly. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.